Good morning, Findlay Dreamers.
Good morning, Mrs. Adams.
And good morning, Findlay Scholars.
Good morning, happy Friday, Mr. Miller.
Good morning, Findlay family.
Good morning, Mr. Kirby. And we have quite a few guests on here today. We have Trudy, one of our cool kids, Esmeralda, Allison, second graders. And of course, you see, Mrs. Heiser has some things to say too. I'm excited.
And I'm excited because we call Friday Fun Friday just to have a little levity, which is a fancy word for having fun playing around a little bit. But first, Mr. Kirby and I were talking about all the great student work we see posted in our hallways. This morning, I was admiring and impressed by the second grade comic strips, showing pollination from the point of view of the character in the comic strip. And kindergarten students have interviewed each other because they're learning the word what. So they asked each other questions that start with what. What is your favorite color? What is your favorite food? Not only does it help students learn how to read and write, but it helps us get to know each other even better. It just fills us all with a great feeling of community when we see all your great work posted for the rest of us to know what you're learning. And since it's Friday, I have a joke for you. Actually, a student gave me this joke. Which is faster, hot or cold? Well, the answer is hot, because everybody knows anyone can catch a cold.
That's a pandemic joke.
Wow. Well, thanks for that levity. Yes, I keep thinking. Well, that's great. We'll start the day off with some beautiful statements that Mrs. Heiser is going to start off with us today because she had a very creative idea. And we are using it with cool kids and the entire school. So I want her to briefly talk about pop tabs and what she talked with cool kids about. And then we'll go to Trudy. She has something to say about that as well, what cool kids will do. And then I'll end with what virtual students can do with this project as well. Mrs. Heiser, go ahead, please.
Thanks, Mr. Miller. So the idea is, what is the power of one? One little pop tab. What can that do? Can it do anything? It's a part of an aluminum can that we recycle, that we deposit into, and we get money back, our families do. But what can this do? Sometimes it's found on the street. But you know what? When you add these together and put them together and add, it can help out a great foundation. And that is the Ronald McDonald House. By adding these up one at a time all together, the Ronald McDonald House has raised $5,000 to $6,000 a year because of these, because they can be recycled for money. They are aluminum, or if you're in the rest of the world, aluminium.
Beautiful, Mrs. Heiser. Very well said, of course. We love it. Trudy, did you want to read something to cool kids and how they're involved with this project? Go ahead, please, Trudy.
We will have 2 tab containers in each homeroom. You can start bringing them on Monday. Cool kids will talk to their teachers about where to put the top cans. When both top cans are full, cool kids will bring them to the office. We will collect tabs until the end of May. Then we will give them all the tabs to Ronald McDonald House.
Yes. Oh, oh,
Ooh,
the containers are made and she's showing examples of the amount there. Oh, I love how you did that, Trudy. Beautiful. Beautiful job. And then I'll end with, oh, Mrs. Heiser wanted to say something, I guess, add something to that.
Can I add one thing? It is a shout out. I know we're doing our shout outs later. Can you say shout out?
Shout out.
Our Findlay staff has known a couple of families who have been affected by their child's illness and have needed the Ronald McDonald House. So I know this is near and dear to a lot of our Findlay staff. And I have a shout out to Mrs. Stokes because I know she personally loves this project and you can always ask her about it.
Nice, a good resource and personal experience that could help all people. And one last thing about this, we want to always be including all students. With virtual students, tab containers will be kept at Findlay with their homeroom teachers. And then, of course, we will designate a day or two to bring them in. If they can't bring them in, guess what? We'll come to you. We'll get them from you, because that's what we're all about here. Reaching a goal and helping that happen no matter what it takes. So thanks, Mrs. Heiser and Trudy, for that. And I know we have something exciting coming up. Mr. Kirby will have some more shout outs, right?
that's right. I'm always impressed with Findlay when we all come together behind that common goal, and helping others is always seems to be at the center. So I'm super happy and excited about this new project that we can end the year strong with. And I have a bit of a shout out.
Shout
out.
out.
I have a shout out for, I think it looks like, speaking of art and installments, it looks like a pop-up art piece installation on the steps at the drop-off lane. And I think it was second grade. Somebody might have to tell me. I'm getting a thumbs up. All right. It's beautiful. It looks like in honor of Earth Day. It's a massive globe. And of course, Be the Change, which is our running theme for the year. And it's just exciting to see students and whole classes, a whole grade level, taking that initiative. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Make sure you look down. We always talk about looking up, but make sure you look down if you go down the steps on the Oxford side of the building. Now, I know we've got some other shout outs coming up here. So, Allison, do you want to take it away?
I have a shout out.
Shout
out.
I have a shout out to Mr. Sun being the best teacher.
All right. Thanks, Allison. Best teacher status. I've heard that about Mr. Sund. Esmeralda?
I have a shout out.
Shout out.
out.
I have a shout out for Mr. Sun and Mr. Will for helping me read really well.
Excellent.
Mm.
I'm glad that you're reading well. There are a lot of kids reading well, and you know what? That's all going to pay off, because first of all, if you demonstrate growth in reading, academic growth first semester, academic growth this spring, you'll earn $50 into your college savings account. Now, if you're not sure if you have started a free college savings account, make sure you speak with your grown-ups, because we're going to have a little push next week with some other fun efforts, because you might need that money if someday you end up going to college. So let's have a Friday college cheer. We're all ready? I'm ready. 1, 2, ready, go.
2, 4, 6, 8.
When does fifth grade graduate?
20, 20, 20, 32.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does fourth grade graduate?
20, 20, 20, 33.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does third grade graduate?
20, 20, 20, 34.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does second grade graduate?
20, 20, 20,
35. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does first grade graduate?
graduate. 20, 20, 20, 36. 2, 4, 6, 8, women's kindergarten graduate. 20, 20, 20, 37. Family dreamers, dream big. Dream big. We believe. We believe. Whole heart. Whole heart. Be the change. Be the change.